Hello and thank you for tuning in to Embrace My Melanin. It's your girl Rochelle, and in today's video, yes, as you saw by the title, I'm going to be bringing you guys my very first haul of 2020. Y'all, I've been shopping. Instead I've been drinking, I've been shopping. And I went to a couple of places. Some things I actually ordered during Cyber Monday, Black Friday, those sales, and literally I probably just got it a week ago. We'll talk about that later, okay? But if you want to see what I picked up during the past few months, month and a half, please keep on watching. Okay, so let's start with drugstore, okay? Crazy enough, I picked up a lot of things from Maybelline because I just stayed over in that section and I just got entranced pretty much, okay? So the very first thing that I picked up was the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup Sunscreen with the SPF of 50. Okay, I got mine in the shade 362 Truffle. I think I saw this late last year and I was debating on whether or not I wanted to pick it up, only because of the fact that they really disappointed me with their shade range on this particular foundation. Like usually with Maybelline, I'm in the shade Deep Bronze, and Truffle is like 1 or 2 shades before Deep Bronze, and then it just jumps straight down to Java, which is like a shade or 2 after Deep Bronze. So I was like, what? Y'all skimping on the shades? Like people ain't gonna buy the deep? But I digress. But anyway, I have picked this up and I'm going to try this out. I think this is one of the first drugstore foundations that I actually picked up that actually probably has like a SPF in it. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go. Okay. All right. Next up, this is something that's been on the market for a while. I just never picked it up. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade number 40, which is dark. Okay, I finally picked this up. Finally, I don't know what took me so long to pick it up. Maybe I was just interested in a lot of other things that were on the market. I don't know, but I finally picked this up and I'm interested to see how it does. I've heard a lot of great things. Okay, so next up I picked up 2 lip glosses. One is in the shade Tan Line and the other one is in the shade Sunburn. Okay, so I picked up these 2 glosses. I didn't even know that they had like new glosses. I believe these are new or newer to me and my knowledge of what Maybelline had out. So I picked up these 2 glosses and I just like the colors. You know, they weren't a bad price point. I think they were like $5.99 or something like that, so that wasn't bad. So I wanted to check and try out how these did, and of course, you know, I wanted to get something that was a little bit of a nudie and then something with a little bit more berry. And y'all know I'm a sucker for a berry. I can't help myself. Okay. Then I picked up 2 lipsticks also. This is the Taupe Seduction lipstick. Right here, here's the shade. It says taupe, but this is more of a it's coming off more pink on screen, but it's more of a mauve shade. Okay, and then I picked up this one in the shade Rum Rich, which is this shade right here. Okay, it's coming off more berry toned in front of you, but it's a little bit more of has a little bit more of a pinky undertone, but you know. Okay, I picked up these 2 also. And then last but not least, I have not tried a drugstore mascara since, if I'm not mistaken, probably since the L'Oreal Paradise mascara. Okay, so I decided to pick up a Maybelline mascara. I haven't tried a Maybelline mascara in years, and this one is the Snapscara mascara. Okay, and this is in the shade 300 Pitch Black. Okay, I've never seen this one before. I don't know how new it is, but I just saw it and I had to pick it up. So there you go. Let's go on over into ColourPop and Juvia's Place. Some of the things I ordered during Black Friday, even though I only got it like a week and a half ago. Okay. All right. So from ColourPop, let's go on over to their business that is associated with them, a sister company with them, which is called Soul Body. Okay, so I picked up a highlighter, a shimmering body powder from Soul Body, and I got mine in the shade Bronze. Okay, it reminds me, the packaging reminds me of the I think it was the Marc Jacobs, their Omega highlighter. Okay, and here is, ooh, God, you can't even see that. Here is it right there. Okay, packaging is not, I will say this, is not very convenient. And the, oh, but that's beautiful. That's pretty. That is very pretty, okay? The packaging is, you know, a bit much, but overall the product is very, very pretty. I will say that. So then I picked up also a lip gloss. I love ColourPop's lip gloss, and I got mine in the shade Champagne Mommy, which is really pretty corally peach. It looks more pink orange in the picture, but it looks more coral. Looks more coral in person. There it is right there. You can barely see it because all the other colors around it, but there it is. Okay, and I've been wanting to try this shade. I thought it was really, really pretty when I saw it online, so I was like, you know, let's just go for it. I love ColourPop's lip glosses, so I was like, okay, let's just try it. Okay, and then I picked up a part of their new release. It was the foundation and concealers. It's the Pretty Fresh HA tinted moisturizer. I got mine in the shade Deep Dark 23N. Okay, and then I picked up two of the concealers for the Pretty Fresh line, and I got mine in the shade, let's see, I got two shades. I got Deep Dark 190W and Deep Dark 220C. Okay, because I want to try it for the contour shade, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this was the darkest shade that they had available, so I want to see how it did for contour. Now we'll say this, looking at it now, that's not that dark. That's not dark at all. So oh, but then again, hold on, it looks kind of dark. Okay, that's kind of dark. It can be darker, but you know, not bad. I think this will, we'll see. I'm not going to speak on it. In the tube, it doesn't look that dark, but we'll see. And then this one right here, which was 190W. Okay, that's a lot lighter than I would have probably wanted it to be, but we'll see. Not bad. That's not that bad. It's a lot lighter than I probably would have wanted it to be, because there's a slew of ranges in between the two that I probably could have picked for more of a natural highlight, but we'll see. And it's, that's not kind of chemically, kind of smells almost like paint. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right. So let's hop on over to Juvia's Place. Okay. So one of the things I've been wanting to try since it came out was the I Am Magic setting powder. I got mine in the shade Gobi. I believe it's called Gobi, and it's almost this. Let me put that down. A very pretty color. It's a little bit deeper than what would probably be a banana shade. Probably more like the I think it's called Topaz with Makeup Revolution, I think. Okay, but it has this little bit more of a deeper color on it. Okay, it's probably more like warm saffron from Dermablend. I think it's called Dermablend. Okay, but I picked this up and I've been wanting to try this for a while now. All right, so I also picked up the most coveted palette from Juvia's Place, okay, which I believe is their very first palette. It's the Nubian palette, okay? This is my first time getting it. I know I picked up the Nubian 2. That was the very first one that I picked up. It just, appealed to me just a little bit more. But the more I looked at this particular palette, it was like, ooh, so pretty. It's just so freaking pretty. I love the colors inside here. Such warm, beautiful, neutral shades. So I said I was going to try this one out. I think I'll get probably more use out of this one than I probably did the Nubian 2, because I haven't used the Nubian 2 that much, but they have beautiful shades inside that also. So okay, then last but not least from Juvia's, okay, I picked up the two of their foundation sticks. I picked mine up in the shade Benign. I think it's called Benign and Congo. Okay, I swatched these inside Ulta, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna have to try them and see what they do. So I picked up 2 of these, and I also picked up their foundation brush. I just thought it was just so pretty, and it was on hella sale. I think I got it for like $6. So I picked up this also, and it's really, really soft. So pick that up too. Okay, so while I was in Atlanta visiting family for the holidays, I stopped into the Lenox Mall in Atlanta, and I had to stop by the Morphe store there, okay? And while I was there, I picked up the Morphe Filter Effect Finishing Powder, okay? Now, they say this is a finishing powder, but when I swatched it, it did give a bit of coverage while I was swatching it. So I was like, okay, well, maybe this could be also a powder foundation. So I picked up, I think this is the darkest shade that I picked up, is Filter 15. So I picked this up, and I have to see what this does, because I thought it was just really pigmented and a very nice color for me to use. Okay, but then also I remember that they were also selling the Jaclyn Hill highlighters and Morphe now. Okay, so I picked up one of them. I picked up the loose highlighter, and I got it in the shade Megawatt, which is a very pretty bronze, shade. You probably can't see that because it's in a frosted glass, but it's in a very pretty bronze shade, okay? And I had the chance to either get the palette or this one for the highlighter, and I didn't choose the palette because it was more of a natural, subdued highlight, and when I swatched it, I was very torn. But when I saw this one, I was like, yes, gotta get this one. So that's why I got this one. I know probably I think it was in my to buy or not to buy. I think I said I was going to get the palette instead of the loose highlighter, but I ended up getting the loose highlighter instead, and I think it was only like $25. So hey. All right, now let's go over to last but not least. Let's go on over to Sephora. Okay. The first thing I pulled out of my Sephora bag was the Cinema Secrets Pro Cosmetics Makeup Brush Cleaner Pro Starter Kit. Okay. Now I had been seeing this for a long time, and I heard so many great things about it. It comes with a little tin inside of here also. So I decided to just pick this up. I think it was $25 or something like that. But one thing that I really, y'all, I hate cleaning my makeup brushes, but it got to be done. It has to be done. So I decided to see how this would do with cleaning my some of my brushes. Okay, of course it probably won't work that well on cleaning my big brushes, but most definitely my eye brushes will get the most use out of this. And from what I hear, you only have to use a little bit to get the most effect of it working. So I picked this one up finally after years of wanting it. Okay, so next up I got the Natasha Denona contour sculpting powder. Okay, I saw it while I was inside the Sephora in the Lenox Mall up there, and they had this, and I was like, okay, well, let's just see what it do. Okay, and there's the shade right there, so freaking deep. And I think it'll be able to give me a very good contour when I start building it up. But I think one thing that I noticed when I swatched it while I was inside the store is that if you do too much too quick, it can get a little muddy. So proceed with caution with this one, but I had to pick this one up also. And I don't have a lot of Natasha Denona items either, so had to get it, just had to get it. Another thing that I picked up, and I picked this up while it was on sale, okay? And this is the Makeup Forever Let's Gold eye palette, okay? Now, when at first I was like, I don't do eyeshadow palettes like that. I don't need to, nah, let's not get it. And then I saw it. And I was like, oh crack diddly app. So stinking pretty. Yes, it's very warm, neutrals and all that stuff with just a pop of color here and there, but I had to get it. I just had to get this palette. It was just so nice and so pretty. So yeah, I had to pick this one up too. All right, so I also picked up some glosses from ABH, but I picked them up online during Black Friday. This is the one that did not take that long to get to me, thank goodness. But I said I was gonna hold off until I got everything else so I could do it in a haul, but I didn't realize I was gonna be buying so much stuff. So okay. Okay, so also for Black Friday, ABH had a sale on their website, and I picked up 3 of their glosses. Okay, I picked up the shade Caramel, Vintage, and Kristen. I picked up 3 shades, and I have never tried any that I can remember. I haven't tried any ABH lip products that I can remember. I will say that. I think I tried, did I try liquid? No. I haven't tried a liquid lipstick. Wow. No, I have not tried any of their lip products, okay? So I picked up these 3 glosses right here. Now I know what you're probably saying. Don't kill me. I know what you're probably saying. Half of those are all the same 3 shades. They're not. Truthfully, they're not, okay? These 2 over here are just cream shades, but this one has just a little bit of shimmer in it, okay? And I brought them online, so I really couldn't tell the shade that well. Okay, so I took a shot. Okay? This one is the shade Vintage. Right there. That's Vintage. It's more of a pinky nude shade. Well, no, not nude, but a pinky terracotta shade, okay? And the next shade here, this is Kristen. Kristen has, now Kristen is probably the more of the, can't see that, okay? Kristen, this is Kristen. Kristen has, Kristen has just a little bit more, this is more of a brown girl friendly nudie pink, in my opinion, okay? Because this is usually what I would reach for when I want to do maybe like a nude lip color with just a little bit of pink in it. For my complexion, I need just a little bit more pink in my nudes, okay? And then last but not least, we have Caramel, which I was hoping would be more of a brown shade, but it's not. There it is right here. Now this one more so has more pink overall, just a pink shade to it, okay? So they have that. I don't know why in the world I wiped off okay. Now like I said, yes, they're all really close, but they're not exactly They're not exactly the same. They're pretty close though. But when you buy stuff on websites and online, you take a shot, and I took a shot. And also, I purchased online, y'all. I finally pulled the trigger. Finally, I got the ABH and Jackie Aina palette. And I'm actually happy that I did, okay? I know since it was announced, and when I first watched it, I was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on whether or not I was going to pick up this palette. And I am actually really, really happy that I did. I know I dropped the brush. It's on the floor. I'll pick it up in a second. But I'm actually really happy that I did finally pick up this palette. I've been itching to dive into it, and now that I've shown it to you guys and told y'all and admitted that I finally picked it up, I got it, and I'm going to use it for sure. All right, and just a couple of more things. I'm down to my last two, and the first one is by Kate London. It is the Kate London and Jessica Rabbit collaboration. I got the compact that they have with her embossed on it, and they have Roger on the back. Listen, when it came to cartoons when I was growing up, I think Jessica Rabbit is probably the most sexed up, like, you know, animated figure ever. And I've always liked, you know, Jessica Rabbit and just the whole thing, you know, she just animation, hey. But I did pick up this particular compact with her face on the front, and they have Roger right there on the back, okay? I actually, when I saw this and I saw that it was actually discounted to like $14, I was like, okay, I gotta get it. I need a compact anyway for when I'm putting on my face, so I got the Jessica Rabbit one. So just bring a little bit of childhood into my very adult life. My very, very adulting, I don't want to, but I got to, so I'm gonna do it anyway, life. And Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit, just saying. All right, and last but not least, you guys know I had to pick up a foundation. I always do in every haul, no matter what. I had to pick up the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Stays all day and all night, okay? I got mine in the shade 16 Cool, okay? And I've been wanting to try this foundation. I have been wanting to try this foundation. I really haven't watched that many reviews on this foundation at all. But here's one thing that I found out when I was doing a little bit of research for when I reviewed this foundation. I found out that this foundation is water resistant, transfer resistant, humidity and sweat proof and all that. And I was like, this would have been the perfect foundation for me to try back in the summer, okay? Like, ugh. But I'm going to try it, and chances are I'm going to give the review on this probably within the next couple of weeks. But I'm also going to try it out again when the weather permits to try out whether or not it is sweat resistant, humidity proof, waterproof, and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm gonna try you out twice, boo. Try you out twice. I really and truly did like the shade range that they had on this. They had like 40 shades available. I think I was the second or the third to the last shade. Of course, they could do a lot more shades, truthfully, but I had to try out this foundation. I've heard from one of my favorite YouTubers that this is a really good foundation, so, and I trust her judgment, but I'm gonna have to try it for myself when it comes to that sweat and water and transfer resistant. I got it coming for y'all. I promise y'all, I got it coming for y'all. Okay, but that is it. That is all for this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, just go ahead and hit the button down below, okay? And if you like me and my brand of crazy just a little bit and you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Stay blessed and stay beautiful, people. Bye.